Hi guys, and welcome back to the next section where we'll be continuing with the chart patterns topic. So far we have not completed it. We have two more topics left. So we'll be continuing it, and most of you, I think you have installed Upstock app who all need to do trading. Okay, I don't suggest you to do trading now also. What we are going to learn today is how to analyze a chart for long term. So let us have a look at the first one, that is head and shoulders. We can easily remember this chart's name by head and shoulders shampoo. Alright. Okay. It has a very simple structure, and in this particular chart there will be two shoulders and one head. See my mouse movements. These two are the shoulders and the other one is the head. So while trading a stock, a head and shoulders pattern appears when a buyer's interest increases, which leads to a stock to move to a high price, but because of a resistance, it is falling down. So what is the resistance that make it fall down is the selling price. That is, buyer's pressure will always increase the stock price while the seller's pressure will decrease the stock price. So then afterwards again the same cycle continues. So this is a common pattern, that is head and shoulders pattern. It indicates a stock's indecision, that is difficulty of a stock to move to the next step. So overall trader sentiment will be that they'll find it difficult to break the resistance. So the resistance here is the selling pressure. If the stock rises also, because of the selling pressure, it will again decrease and it can't maintain the momentum. It will be lost. So if head and shoulders is developed in a chart, in a particular candlestick or chart, that is, a stock price goes to a high value, then it comes to low, again to high value, then it comes to low. What we understand from this is that stock price will fall again. Okay, that is, even after trying to break the resistance, we couldn't do it, so the stock price will eventually fall. That is, two times tested whether the resistance can be break but couldn't make up. So one time resistance break but couldn't maintain the momentum. So what happens? Price will obviously go down. We understand that with the buyer's pressure they are trying to break because it's a bullish thing, but it is not happening. So what it indicates is a strong bearish, that is, the stock price will go down. Obviously it will go down, then only we can make. So whenever you see a head and shoulders pattern, it indicates that most probably the stock will fall only. We can't break the resistance also, and there won't be any sideways chart. Okay, sideways trading. The stock selling price will be very high, because of that we can't break it. Okay, till here it is clear, no? Head and shoulders is the first pattern we studied. Second is the double top order. Okay, double top order. As you see in the double top order also same thing is happening. A stock is coming, buying pressure is there, faces a resistance and goes down. Even if it is facing resistance, it can't be break. So what happens? It again falls down. Okay, as you see, it reaches down and again hits the support and goes high. And again it is testing the resistance whether it could be break. In these two cases we can see highly bullish indicator. So you see that even if there is a bullish indicator, the stock's resistance can't be break. Okay, and the stock price is going down. So this is also a bearish indicator. So what happens here is that they can't break the resistance, that is, it is showing a highly bearish position. Also double top order is similar to that of head and shoulders. There also there is no breaking of resistance is not happening there. So what happens is that the market is bearish in this. So double top order is basically a sign of bearish market. Similarly in case of head and shoulders. Next is the multiple top chart pattern. So when you see multiple top chart, you can see that it is ultra bearish. So multiple top chart means, as you see, what happens? Many high values will come in order trying to break the resistance. In double top we saw 2 times, but multiple times trying to get above the resistance, but it is not happening over there. So after that trying multiple times, what happens is that there will be a drastic, the stock will start to fall very strongly. So you see that there is no way to break the resistance and it will fall down to a very low value. And let us move to the next indicator. So this chart is a very strong bearish chart. Okay, that is multiple top chart. Okay, I think you understand. Till here we have seen, and we are going to the next chart. It is double bottom chart. As you see, double bottom chart is a bullish indicator. So it's not a bearish indicator, it's a bullish indicator. Okay. Next we are going to enter into bullish indicator charts. So now we are entering to charts whose stock price can increase. In double bottom chart, what happens is that because of the high pressure of the selling price, there will be extreme drastic fall in the stock price. Since the selling pressure is high, there is more chance for bearish. Okay, just keeping on increasing. Even if there is drastic and strong fall, it comes to the support. Fall comes to and settle down in support. The traders who come after the drastic fall hold the price of the stock in the support. After support, what happens is that because of the bullish indicator, it shows a rise in the stock price. Even if it is increasing, still it cannot, it cannot resist or break the resistance. So soon after the since it is not breaking the resistance, what the traders do is they take a bearish position and make the stock price reach to the support again. Even if it is reaching the support, still then also it is not breaking the support line. In the earlier class also we learned what is support and resistance. Okay, what we can conclude is that how many bearish traders or they take bearish position, they can't break the resistance. So it will continue in the same. So we can understand that the resistance is not breaking. So what happens is that next bullish buyers come, they do the trading, and what happens is that the stock price increases, and if one more increase is taking place means there will be an breakout in the resistance. So in any way there are no ways to beat this resistance. So what we can conclude is that the stock will be rising itself. So we can be confident in that particular state. Okay, I think till here you're clear with it. The next one is the ascending triangle. As the name suggests, the stock will be in a triangle. It is a Pythagoras triangle. Some trigonometric equations and all will come, but I don't think in the beginners class there is a need to learn it. So what we'll do is we'll continue with the rest part. Okay, but you need to understand the concept. What you see is a Pythagoras triangle. So basically, what is Pythagoras triangle? It is a triangle which is having a right angle. So inside this triangle only stock trading will happen, and we will see in the further classes what is the properties of ascending triangle. Okay, I think till here it's clear for you guys. The main feature of ascending triangle is that the flat resistance. In similarity to Pythagoras triangle, it is having right angle there, so it is flat, and because of some reasons we cannot break the resistance of this particular ascending triangle. We can understand that this resistance line cannot be break, but also we see that downwards we have a support line. Support line, when we look, we can see that it is going high every day. Okay, a drastic high value is being shown for that. From this we can understand that resistance is not changing, but is what is happening to the support line? It is flat, but it is keeping on decreasing. Think you guys understood what is support. It is a place where the drastic fall of stock happens. In this case, you can see that the stock is not breaching the support line. Okay, means first it is going up, then it is coming down, and it is again going up and falling to a value which is greater than the previous fall. That is, its next low is higher than the previous low. So when the low is higher than the previous low, then only an ascending trend line comes. Stock's low is not going to that low value. So what happens is that naturally it will move to a bullish trend. So we can conclude that it is always moving in a bullish trend, and since stock loss is not happening. And I am using these technical terms in financial marketing because I think you are well equipped now with the terms. Okay. Be thorough with the term. Bullish means increasing stock price, and bearish, it is decreasing. You can see that it is a bullish stock and it is moving bullishly only. Sample which I have taken is moving bullishly. I think you understood. Next is cup and handle. The image which I have taken now is not having that much clarity. Sorry for that. Next is the cup and handle. So by viewing this image, you can understand this particular stock price is moving in a descending manner. And when we have a close look at its support line, it is a semicircle. Okay, so you can see that it is similar to that of a half cup. Okay, that is, the stock price is decreasing. At a point it is increasing and coming. So it is similar to half of a cup or half of a circle. Once it reaches to a cup design, what happens next is it is going to a sideways trading pattern. In the earlier class, you had learned about sideways trading pattern. After the semicircle trading, the support line, it goes to a sideways trading. In these two structures, when we take, it comes to a cup design. And to my personal view, this cup and handle is not that effective. There are many cases where it is effective. There are multiple patterns, the relevant patterns we are learning today. Cup and handle is not that useful and relevant one, but for analysis it is good. So trading is happening towards a sideways pattern. We can conclude and be confident that it will go to be a bullish. Okay, stock is moving by touching bottom, and it reaches to a sideways trading. In sideways trading, obviously we can be confident that it will break the resistance. It will lead to bullish because many bearish people tried to make it very less, but it didn't happen, and it will go to a high price only. Okay. Next one is round bottom. It is somewhat similar to cup and handle. Sideways trading is not there. It won't have handle, but it follows round to bottom methodology. From a round bottom, what we understand, the stock price is decreasing, but it is not breaching the support line, and it is increasing further. Round bottom, there is no handle. That is, it just goes steadily upwards only. No breaking is there in between that. After becoming less, it will go uphill at one stretch itself. No decreasing will happen after that. So we can conclude that round bottom is also a bullish indicator. Okay. The traders tested, it was becoming less, but at a point it became very high. It could not, no breakage was there for the support line. Okay. So it's a bullish trading. So I know that this one was a bit lengthier and many points are there to remember. I think I suggest you that you write the notes for this and keep, because in any upcoming interviews or maybe in the exam also they have chances to ask you these questions. Okay. So whenever you get a job also they'll ask these questions. And I think you guys are very familiar with the topic now. And charts, one additional information I want to tell you is charts and patterns are very important. More than charts and patterns, what is important is people's thinking. People's thought is important. And we saw that in the earlier class that Infosys case, when there was a news, people were the one who did rest all things and the allegation related thing that we told. But charts are the reflection of the news that is happening, physical news that is always reflected in the chart. In case of Infosys also it was like that. This is a very important factor. We will only understand the movement of market by using chart or analyzing charts. Okay, I think till here you're very clear about this. More focus must be on the news and the people's psychology. Why there is a need to look charts or trends or news? It is for understanding a traders or people's psychology only. And it is a psychological game. I think till here you're clear with the topic, and if you have any doubts you can ask in the ask questions tab below the video. Okay, I'll be answering it. And so far we have not done any quiz or assignments. I thought we'll do after 2-3 classes and it will be a big test. So guys, I want you to be prepared for that. Then only we can make it up. Okay. Please take this test as serious. And once again, thank you guys for attending the class, and you can ask the question